The hunter spirit moved like smoke and lightning mixed together, fast, silent, and hungry. Its long arms stretched across the room, reaching toward Lyria's chest as if it wanted to pull something out of her. Lyria staggered back, her glow turning pale. Sheeran stepped in front of her. He didn't have armor. He didn't have weapons. He didn't even understand half of what was happening. But he understood danger. And he understood one simple thing. Lyria was terrified. "Stay behind me," Sheeran said. Lyria grabbed his arm. "You cannot face it. Humans have no energy shield. It will tear through your mind." "Maybe," Sheeran replied, "but I'm not letting it take you." The spirit hissed, no mouth, but somehow the sound echoed through the room. Then it attacked. A wave of black energy rushed toward Sheeran. He braced for pain, but something strange happened. The energy hit an invisible barrier around him, exploding into sparks of light. Lyria gasped. "The room, it amplified your emotion." "What does that mean?" Sheeran asked. "It means your courage is turning into a shield." Sheeran blinked. "Seriously?" The spirit didn't wait for them to understand. It lunged again, faster than before. This time Sheeran felt fear spike in his chest. But instead of weakening him, the glowing tree behind him lit up. The branches shifted, bending toward him like they were listening. Lyria's eyes widened. "Sheeran, the room is connecting with you." "How do I use it?" he asked. "You don't," she said. "It uses you." Before he could ask more, the spirit sliced the air, releasing a sharp wave of pressure. Sheeran ducked at the last second. The wave cut through a floating crystal, shattering it into dust. Lyria pulled him up. "Your fear is strong, but your will is stronger. Use that. Focus. Humans feel emotions with full force. That is why the spirit wants you to." "Wants me, for what?" "To feast," she whispered. "Not helpful." The spirit formed into a tall shape now, almost solid. It reached toward Lyria again. Sheeran jumped between them a second time. A bright light flashed from the floor, blasting the spirit backward. Lyria stared at him like she was seeing a miracle. "Sheeran, this has never happened before. A human controlling the heart room? Impossible." "I'm not controlling anything," he said, breathing hard. "I'm just trying not to die." But deep inside, something was changing. Every time Sheeran felt fear, the room reacted. Every time he felt courage, the light grew stronger. The spirit screeched, shaking the room. The glowing tree dimmed, its branches cracking under pressure. If the tree died, Sheeran knew they both would. "Lyria," he said, grabbing her shoulders, "tell me how to stop this thing." She hesitated, then whispered the truth she had been afraid to say. "There's only one way. You must let the room access your full heart." "And what does that mean?" "It means," she said with a trembling voice, "you must trust me completely." She reached out her hand. The spirit roared, and Sheeran understood. If he took her hand, he wasn't just fighting for survival. He was binding himself to an alien woman forever. He took her hand. The room exploded with light. The moment Sheeran took Lyria's hand, the room reacted like it had been waiting centuries for this exact touch. Light shot through the floor, racing up the walls, filling every corner of the chamber with blinding silver-gold energy. The hunter spirit shrieked, pulling itself back, its smoky body twisting in panic. Lyria gasped as her skin turned completely silver. No red, no fear, only the rare glow her species almost never showed. She looked at Sheeran like he was something impossible, something legendary. "Sheeran, the room accepted you," she whispered. "No human has ever been chosen." He didn't feel chosen. He felt like his bones were on fire. The energy surged through him, not hurting but opening something inside him. Memories flashed. Childhood, pain, hope, loneliness, courage. The room didn't want power from him. It wanted honesty. Lyria squeezed his hand. "Do not hold back anything. Let it feel everything you are." The hunter spirit lunged. This time, Sheeran didn't lift his arms or try to dodge. He simply felt every fear, every drop of courage, every reason he stepped in front of Lyria. The room transformed his emotions into a wave of pure light. The spirit hit the wave and shattered like smoke burning in sunlight. A scream echoed. sharp and breaking. Then silence. The spirit dissolved, falling into dust that floated through the air like black snow before disappearing completely. The room brightened, the crystals reformed, and the glowing tree returned to life, shining brighter than before. Sheeran fell to one knee, exhausted but alive. Lyria knelt beside him, touching his face gently. Her silver glow softened into a warm blue. "You saved me," she whispered. "You saved me first," he replied. "No," she said, shaking her head. "I tried to hide. You faced it." Sheeran didn't know what to say. His heart was still pounding, but the fear was gone. Instead, he felt a strange warmth, a connection, like invisible threads between them. Lyria took a slow breath. "Sheeran, when two hearts touch in this room, the bond becomes permanent." "Bond?" he asked. "It means I chose you," she said softly. "And you chose me. My people will see this glow on my skin. They will know." "Know what?" "That I am yours," she whispered, "and you are mine." Before Sheeran could respond, the locked door behind them clicked open by itself. Light poured in from the corridor outside, but the moment they stepped out, Sheeran froze. A full council of alien leaders stood waiting. Warriors lined the walls. The air was heavy with silence. Every alien's eyes were fixed on Lyria's silver-tinted skin and the human standing beside her. One elder stepped forward and spoke in a cold, official tone. "Human, the heart room has declared a life bond." He paused, studying Sheeran with dark, unreadable eyes. "You must take responsibility." Sheeran swallowed. Responsibility? For what? The council bowed their heads in unison. "For our princess," the elder said. "For Lyria, your chosen mate." Lyria's hand tightened around Sheeran's. The corridor fell silent. The entire future of two species had just changed. Because a human took an alien woman's hand, hours passed. But Evan never got used to standing beside the Empress. Every minute felt heavier. Every whisper in the throne room made his skin crawl. He could feel dozens of alien eyes watching him, questioning him, judging him. Yet the Empress, Lysera, acted like he was the only calm point in a storm. She dismissed meeting after meeting. She ignored urgent political messages. Instead, she kept glancing at Evan, as if checking if he was still there, as if she needed proof he hadn't vanished. Finally, when the advisors left and the room became quiet, she rose from her throne. "Follow me," she said softly. Evan's heart dropped again, but he obeyed. The guard stayed behind. The doors closed. He was alone with her now. She led him into a private chamber, one no outsider had ever seen. The room glowed with soft purple light, and crystal patterns crawled slowly across the walls like living vines. Evan swallowed hard. "Your Majesty, please. I'm not who you think. I'm not a trained servant. I'm just a maintenance worker. I entered by mistake." She didn't look surprised. "I know," she said calmly. Evan froze. "You knew?" "Yes." She turned toward him, eyes glowing brighter. "But your presence, it calms me." He felt his heartbeat jump. "I don't understand." She stepped closer, close enough that he could feel the warmth from her hands. "My species carries a rare instinct," she said, voice deepening. "A bond sense. It awakens only once in a lifetime, when we find someone whose presence stabilizes our mind and heart." Evan stared at her, stunned. "Bond sense? With me? Why? I'm just a human." "Humans are unpredictable," she said. "Chaotic, emotional. But you, when I look at you, my mind quiets. My heart balances. My energy stabilizes. It is not something I choose. It is a biological truth." He stepped back, overwhelmed. "But this must be a mistake." She shook her head. Valori instincts do not make mistakes. Before he could argue again, a sharp alarm cut through the chamber. The lights turned red. Lysera's eyes widened. "Assassins!" The door exploded inward. 3 shadow figures rushed in, weapons glowing with deadly light. Evan stumbled back. He had no training, no weapon, no chance. But something shocking happened. The Empress, who ruled a galaxy, stepped behind him. "Evan," she whispered, grabbing his arm, "stay close." The assassins aimed their blades at her, but the moment Evan stood between them, the air rippled. A bright energy field burst around them, golden, warm, alive. The assassins hesitated. "What is this?" one hissed. Lysa breathed fast. "Your presence strengthens my shield more than any warrior has ever done." Evan couldn't move, couldn't breathe. He felt something flowing from him into her, some strange energy he didn't know he had. The assassins retreated, confused, unprepared for this new power. When the room finally calmed, Lysa held his hand tightly, refusing to let go. "Now you see," she whispered. "If you leave me, I die." Evan's world shattered. She didn't just want him near. She needed him to survive. The next day, the entire capital ship Orient X buzzed with rumors. Every hallway, every chamber, every council room whispered the same thing. The Empress bonded with a human. She protected him. Her shield awakened because of him. Evan felt the pressure everywhere he walked. Guards stared at him with disbelief. Advisors watched him with cold eyes. To them, he wasn't special. He was a threat, a weakness, a mistake that could cost the Empress her throne. But Lysa never left his side. If he stepped away even a few feet, she looked tense, her hand shaking slightly, eyes searching for him. Her bond sense was growing stronger. He could feel it now too, like a warm pull inside his chest, guiding him toward her. By noon, he was summoned to the High Council chamber. The room was massive, filled with elders wearing silver robes. Their faces were stern. Their eyes glowed with suspicion. Lysa stood at the center, calm but clearly preparing for a battle that wasn't physical. One elder spoke sharply. "Your Majesty, this human must be removed from your presence. The Empire cannot risk emotional instability." Another added, "Bonding with a human is dangerous. He is unpredictable. He could betray you." Evan felt a sting in his chest, but he stayed silent. He had no power here, no voice. But then the Empress stepped forward. Her voice echoed across the hall. "Evan Hale is not a danger. He is my anchor." Murmurs exploded everywhere. "He strengthens my mind. He stabilizes my shield. He protects me simply by standing near me." The council protested loudly. "This is unacceptable. You must end this connection. He is not your equal. He is a worker." For a moment, the Empress lowered her gaze. The room grew quiet. The council thought they had won. But then she looked up, and fire blazed in her eyes. "I will not break a bond that my blood chose," she said. "I will not dismiss someone who saved my life. If anyone here attempt to separate us." She raised her hand. A golden shield roared to life, larger and brighter than anything the council had seen. "They will face me first." Silence swallowed the chamber. No one dared to challenge her. No one even breathed. Evan stood stunned. He never imagined someone so powerful would stand up for him, fight for him, defy an entire empire just to keep him safe. When the session ended and the elders left in silence, Lysa finally turned toward him. For the first time, her expression was not royal, not distant, but soft. "I know this bond frightens you," she said, "and I know you did not choose it." Evan nodded slowly. "But tell me this," she whispered, stepping closer. "Now that you know the truth, do you still wish to leave my side?" Evan looked into her eyes. They were no longer terrifying, no longer cold. They were full of trust, trust she had never given anyone else. He took a quiet breath. "No," he said softly. "I'll stay." A breath escaped her lips, almost like relief. She reached out and gently held his hand. The galaxy outside was vast, dangerous, unpredictable. But hey, beside the Empress, Evan felt something he never felt before. Purpose, connection, home. And as the two of them stood together, the Empire realized a truth they could no longer deny. The Empress had not chosen a servant. She had chosen a partner. One human she would fight a galaxy for.